Alright, so what is going on, guys? My name is Zero, and welcome back to some more Battle for Neighborville here today on the channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at my zombie tier list in Battle for Neighborville. Yesterday we did a plant tier list. If you guys have not checked that out, make sure you go check it out. Let me know what your opinion. I'm recording this straight after I recorded the plant tier list, so I haven't read people's comments and stuff like that, but I'm sure there's some people that will not agree, as that's always the case. When I give my opinion, there's always some people out there that disagree, and either think my opinion is awful and horrendous, or they just don't like it. But nonetheless, we're here to take a look at the zombie tier list. We have Busted as a first category, Awesome as the second category, Good, Alright, and then Awful. And just remember, this tier list is based on my opinion. It could be how much I enjoy playing as a character, whether I dislike a character, and things like that. So it's not just based on how good the character is, it could be down to how much I enjoy the character. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. We're going to start off with the Busted class, and there's probably no surprise that the All-Star is smack bang at the top. He is ridiculous right now. He does like 10 damage for a critical. He can do that from any range. He has a giant shield that he can put down to protect himself. And then on top of that, he's got a sprint tackle and an imp hunt, which aren't the best abilities in the game, I'm not going to lie. But you really shouldn't need them when you're smashing out 10 damage for a shot, which does have a decent rate of fire. And if you have a couple of All-Stars that throw the shields down together, he is absolutely crazy. There is another character that I would throw into this Busted list as well, but it's actually not on the tier list, and that is the Space Cadet's Space Station. Now, in the plant tier list, Acorn and Oak were separated. However, in the zombie one, that's not the case. There's only Space Cadet on his own. So I'm actually going to go ahead and separate that myself, and I'm also going to put the Space Station in the Busted category as well. And the reason for that is that the Space Station, if it has a couple of Space Cadets with him, is almost impossible to take out. If they throw their shields down, it takes so long to destroy that shield, and in that time, you're probably dead. If you have a Space Station with 3 Space Cadets, that's 3 shields. That also adds extra health onto the Space Station. I think it's like 125 health each time, so you can go up to like 650 health. You then have Crater Maker, which isn't as powerful as it used to be, but it's still a pretty good ability. You have Space Stations firing torpedoes everywhere, and then the Space Station also has the ability that allows the torpedoes to reset, and then be able to use Crater Maker much frequently. And then also you have the long-ranged attack that the Space Station has itself. It's got double jump. It's a pretty crazy thing that you can get in games. If you get a full setup of Space Stations, and then you have like even just a scientist healing them, it's so difficult to take out. It literally just wrecks the entire team of the plants. So I'm going to put the Space Cadet Space Station also in Busted. Moving over to the Awesome category, there's maybe one or two here that you might disagree with. I've put the Engineer in here, mainly for the reason that his turret is just crazy. It reloads your character's weapon, it increases your rate of fire, and it also sucks orbs up in Vanquish Confirmed. Whose idea was that? Who thought it was a good idea to have an AFK turret to just eat orbs if it's in range? An engineer could just sit next to the turret, die, and then the turret's like, I'm going to take that orb so the enemy team can't get it. It's crazy. A turret should not do that. I can understand it with the drones because you're manually playing as that drone, so I can kind of understand it, but when a turret's just sat there, it doesn't make sense. I've also put Electric Slide in there. I really enjoy playing as Electric Slide. I have done for a very long time. Since day one, really, I've enjoyed playing as Electric Slide. I like moving people away with the gravity, whatever it's called, knocking them off the map. The tornado is very powerful as well if there's a couple of plants grouped together. You have Out of Fight, which is like a get out of jail free card, and then just being able to shock enemies as well is great. And she has been improved with the accuracy update as well, which I did want to mention. The accuracy update has been taken into account here, so things are going to be a little bit more biased towards certain characters than they were before the update appeared. But that's the Electric Slide in Awesome as well. I've also thrown Deadbeard in here as well. I mentioned in the plant side, I really enjoy playing as sniper characters, and Deadbeard is no exception. I really enjoy playing as Deadbeard. I personally feel like his accuracy is a bit better than the Cactus. He's harder to hit than the Cactus. I really enjoy him. He's fun. The only thing that's a bit of a pain is the anchor is sometimes a little bit awkward. You've got a barrel which does a huge explosion, and kind of like a get out of jail free card a little bit, so I don't know. I really enjoy playing as the Deadbeard. He's a solid character. And then we've thrown the Foot Soldier in as well, which once again is another character that has been improved with the accuracy update. Foot Soldier's just great. He's got a rocket jump to get away from chompers, to get over obstacles, a ZPG to knock gatlings and sunbeams and anything in its way out the way, a stink cloud if you can put that perk on which makes it stick to the plants, impossible for them to see, just gonna say that. So Foot Soldier is just an all-round top class, and he's awesome. Moving over to the good category, we have Super Brains. He used to be a lot more powerful than he is now. Don't really see Super Brains as much as you used to, and of course with everyone's DPS moving up, he needs to make sure he gets right in there as close as possible to deal all of that damage, and with the DPS of every character going up, it's a little bit more difficult for him to do that. The Imp and the Mech were together now. I haven't really played as the Imp too much since the accuracy update. However, I do know that the Mech was nerfed initially, so the Mech wasn't as good. I personally enjoy playing as the Imp more than the Mech. I usually go in the Mech to either get lots of health back or use it, so if my mech is destroyed, the Imp's still alive. But the Imp's pretty good, you know, the gravity grenade can take him out. Imp Cardo seems to be more annoying than it used to be. I don't know why, I don't think they buffed it or anything, but it seems to be a little bit more annoying. And if you can put that perk on where it resets your mech very quickly, that's very powerful. And then you can use your mech, you can use missile bandits and stuff, and get a few kills if the plants are grouped together. Then we have the Space Cadet, which is still a pretty good character. The laser, if you can hit them, could do like 100 damage. He has homing. Sorry, should I say her? It's a female. Kind of has that homing built in as well, which is kind of interesting. And she's got double jump and things like that. She's a great character. The only thing that is a little bit frustrating is when you use the ability where she kind of goes up and then slams down, there's some lag with that. I know that's not the Space Cadet's fault, but sometimes wherever you're hovering when you slam down, it pulls you back, which is not how it should be. So that's probably down to lag and stuff like that. Overall, solid character. And then, of course, I did put the space station separate, because a lot of the times when using the Space Cadet, you want to go into your space station, you want to have those Space Cadets with you, whereas with the Oak and Acorn, you kind of want to, right now, I feel like the meta stays the Acorn, not the Oak, but Space Station, still a great character. I think it's pretty good. Then we move on to the all-right category, and this is probably down to a personal preference. I put the 80s action hero in here. The reason for this is I don't enjoy playing as 80s action hero. His rocket ride is busted. I'm going to say that right now. His rocket ride ability is busted. It does too much damage. That definitely needs some kind of a nerf, because you don't have a chance to react to it. If you're below him and he uses that ability, you can't get away in time. You can't kill him in time. There's just no way to get away from that. His primary weapon, I still find it a little bit difficult to hit targets with his fully charged shot as well. And then, I don't know, it's just not a character I enjoy. Some people really enjoy him. Some people can do really well with him. It's just not the character for me. And then I've also thrown the Scientist in here. Even when the Scientist was busted and a lot of people were playing him all the time, still wasn't the character that I don't really enjoy the Scientist in this game mode. I don't know. I feel like the Scientist should have a heal beam rather than that stupid heal gun that he's got, it's a he, because it's such a pain to heal with it. The sticky thing's fine, the warps are okay and stuff like that, but I don't know. Scientist, not my character. Some people, once again, can be good as the character and can be annoying. It's just not my style of character, which is why I've put the Scientist in the alright category as well. And then I actually haven't put any zombies for awful. I actually don't think there's any zombies that are awful. If I was going to put one in there, I probably would put the 80s action hero just because I play that character the least. I don't really enjoy that character too much, but that's not the character being awful. That's just I think the character's awful, but that's just my opinion. Nonetheless, though, that is my tier list. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. I know some of you are going to disagree, so let me know in the comments down below. Some of you are probably going to agree with some of them and not with others. That's absolutely fine. Just remember, guys, it's everyone's personal opinion. If there's a character you don't enjoy playing, you're going to put them lower down in the list. But nonetheless, thank you very much for watching. My name is Zero, and I will catch you all in another video.